Comedy Festival. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's 5 o'clock Pacific time. We are going to be going live for this whole hour here in the green room. We're going to have a ton of fun. And now we're at day 4 of the Burbank Comedy Festival. And what this show is, it's a live stream and a nonstop parade of comedians coming through this green room for the next 60 minutes. We're going to be able to introduce you to some new comedians you haven't heard of, some fun comedians that perform at this club regularly, and some people from across the country, maybe even across the world. Who knows? I'm your host. I'm Peter. I can be seen here at Flappers every Wednesday at 7:30 in the Yoo-Hoo Room, and then 10 o'clock in the main room. So I'm not new to hosting shows, but we're gonna definitely feature some fantastic comedians here today. It's hot out. Yesterday there was an earthquake. What more do you want? This is your full introduction to Southern California if you're just visiting, and if you're watching this and you're in the Southern California, vicinity, and you weren't heavily affected by the earthquake yesterday, I encourage you to come down, see a show. The festival's running until next weekend. So it's going from the 10th, which was Saturday, all the way to the 17th. And there are after parties and workshops and panels happening throughout the entire week. So it's fun. I encourage you to come and join. Check out BurbankComedyFestival.com and FlappersComedy.com, for schedules. And then, if you want to see me, I'm going to be here for the next hour. And then on Thursday, I am going to be also hosting this same hour. So, if you're like, hey, I want to check out the sequel, I want to see what Peter's up to on Thursday, you'll see a whole new batch of comedians interviewed by me. I will hopefully be wearing a different shirt, but I'll let the chat, call me out on that. Friday night, I'm in the main room here at the Burbank Comedy Festival. Excited for that show. In fact, if you were paying attention yesterday, Casey Conley was hosting this live stream. She'll be the host for that show. She's absolutely fantastic. And then tomorrow, if you're watching this live right now, tomorrow, Wednesday at 10 a.m., I'm hosting a workshop called How to Be a Better MC. That's at 10 a.m. If you go to the after party tonight and you party a little too hard, you can miss it. It's fine. But if you do schedule, a little early morning comedy, then this is the place for you. So I'm excited to get going here. That's all you need to know about me. If you're, looking me up on YouTube, I made the first comment there. You can follow my YouTube channel or follow me on Instagram. It's Peter_Murphy. And yeah, we're gonna be talking to a bunch of comedians here today. And let's what's the delay? I'm gonna bring in the first comedian here. Come on in. It is Atsushi Ogata. Come on in here, brother. How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Yeah, have a seat.
Yeah.
Have a seat,
Thank you.
man. Where are you coming from?
I came in from New York.
New York.
Yes. Uh-huh.
New York City.
New York City. Yes.
New York City, home of spicy salsa and deep dish pizza, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how long you been doing comedy, and what's New York like right now?
I've been doing it since 2019.
Okay.
And New York has been very hot.
Hot.
Yes.
Like literally, or just in the comedy scene?
Oh, both, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, what is this your first time at the Burbank Comedy Festival?
Yes. First time in the Burbank Comedy Festival.
Okay. How'd you deal with that earthquake yesterday? Did you feel it or what?
I didn't know about it until afterwards because I was in the plane.
Oh, you were flying here?
Yes.
Wow, the safest place to be during an earthquake is in an airplane.
Yes.
Or in a doorway. People should know that. Also, for safety tips, if you're running from an alligator, just run. Don't worry about running zigzag. They'll catch up with you. That's just a little Florida tip. I'm from Florida. Okay, so you're from New York, and love that. Would encourage you to submit to the Burbank Comedy Festival.
I heard about it, and
Okay.
I wanted to come out here and
Nice.
perform here. I did an open mic at Flappers just before the pandemic. Also,
You move
so-
that a little
Oh,
closer.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a little
Oh,
closer to
okay,
you.
right,
Yeah,
right,
just so
okay.
people can
Okay.
hear you. Yeah.
Right.
And okay, so then you done. Say again.
Oh, I
We'll
had been
encourage
to
you.
the Flappers Comedy Club before.
Yeah, okay,
just before
great.
the pandemic, I did an open mic there.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, cool. Well,
Right.
welcome back. New and
Thank
improved, a little shinier.
Yeah.
And I imagine like most comedians, you got into comedy because you were a bit of a class clown. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I was a class clown in Tokyo and New York, and so that's how I already found my calling. And then I was doing filmmaking, and every time I did Q&As at festivals, people started laughing and they would say, "I loved your Q&A," and it's like, oh, maybe I didn't have to make a film. I could just get up and film.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the best part of making a film I found is the Q&A afterwards. Why don't I? Maybe you invented crowd work. I don't know, man. But you're in town here. Are you Ubering everywhere? You have a rental car? You driving a Toyota or what?
And what was funny was the last time I was in California,
Mhm.
I went to a comedy venue and was surrounded on two sides by Toyota dealerships. And I thought, is this a joke? Like, I'm not gonna work there, even if I look like I already do.
Right. Yeah. No, I drive a Toyota, not to brag. But the only people I know that work at Toyota were people that went to my high school and failed as police officers.
Oh, really?
Yes. So there's some really hardcore people there.
Uh-huh.
And then tell us real quick when you're performing this week and where people can find you online.
Yes. So tonight I'm performing at 6 o'clock at the Lucinet Collective,
Great.
just down the street. And then tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I'll be performing at the Yoo-Hoo Room at the Flappers Club right down the street.
That's amazing. That's
Yes.
great. Two great shows, back-to-back days. Make sure you spend some time getting acquainted with other people around town, and then come to some after parties as well. For the viewers at home, where can they find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram at sushi_ogata_comedy.
Okay, perfect.
Yes,
Well, thanks
thank
so
you
much
so
for
much. Thank you.
coming.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
take care, man. All right, one interview down. We are off to a hot start here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Peter Murphy, and I'm going to welcome my next guest here. Come on in. How's it going, dude? I'm Peter.
I'm Spada.
Sepeda?
Yes, Spada.
What?
Yeah, nice.
Cepeda. Cepeda.
Yeah,
Cepeda.
yeah.
I feel like people pronounce my name like that when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Like
I see.
I'm at the bar,
Yeah, whenever I'm drinking. Things get slurred, absolutely.
Do you have like a bar name or like an alter ego that you go into when you're drunk? Because some people have like different names that their friends call them.
It's crazy. I bought this shirt for the simple fact it just said Modelo on. I was like, a beer shirt. I want to be that guy with a beer shirt.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're allowed to. And also, let's take a moment to acknowledge one of our sponsors, Liquid Death. Do you love holding beer cans but hate the taste of beer? Liquid Death. So you wanted to be the Modelo beer T-shirt guy, and you are.
Absolutely.
That's it, man. So, hey, tell me, you're from where are you from? Oklahoma? Is that right?
So, yeah.
Okay, great. What's the comedy scene like over there?
It's great, man. We got a good scene. Like, got a bunch of great comedy clubs out there. Plenty of opportunity for folks to get up there, develop themselves, make these people laugh.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. How many? What's the club that you or venue that you like to perform at the most out in Oklahoma?
The Looney Bin and the Bricktown Comedy Club are like my top two.
Okay.
Because we get a lot of big names that come through, a lot of great comedians that I get to feature MC for.
Nice. You know what's one thing that's interesting trend in LA I've noticed is there's a lot of teachers that are also doing stand up. And is that also true in Oklahoma? Or do you find like this person's an energy consultant by day, but at night they do stand up comedy? Is there like a particular like day job that takes over like the stand up scene there?
There is a lot of You know what's funny? I signed up to be a substitute teacher.
Oh, okay.
And then I
yeah.
got my new job, and I was like, never mind. But it's a lot
Okay,
of
great.
a lot of teachers in comedy, a lot of veterans in Oklahoma that do comedy.
Oh, like ex-military or military.
I'm
yeah.
a veteran myself.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, we got a lot of veterans out there that do comedy. Like we got our little veteran showcases we do. We got like that many. It's just a ton.
That's amazing. That's great. And now, tell me about. I'm sure you've, you're a stand-up or you're a stand-up comedian, but also a substitute teacher. You run into a lot of teachers. Tell me about Miss Cheeks.
Well, so Mrs. Cheeks, that's like one of my favorite bits. So my
Yeah.
last name is Cheeks from Cepeda Cheeks, my government name, and I'm worried like getting married one day. I gotta ask a woman to become Mrs. Cheeks. I feel like that's a crazy request.
Yeah. Maybe do the hyphen thing, like something Cheeks.
You gotta be all in or nothing. Don't hyphen me. You either want to be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You
That makes sense.
hyphen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're offended by the hyphen.
I'm very offended.
Sure, because if you're gonna do a ritual as old as marriage, you might as well just go through all the way with the marriage. I get it.
We doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless it's like if you got a crazy if you're Beyonce, Beyonce's Knowles Carter because she's Beyonce. She's not gonna give away her last name.
Fair.
If your last name's Notorious, hey,
Yeah.
if it pays the bill, you
I-
got
This is what I want for you, Sapita. I want you to go to England,
England.
like England, and I want you to just kind of like see if you're interested in the women there, and then hopefully you will find a woman with a traditional UK last name of Butt,
what?
and then you can hyphenate it, and then her last name
Butt
it would be like Chelsea Butt Cheeks.
I've met a Butt before. When I was in the army,
Really?
it was a dude. His name was Butt, and then people like grabbed him, like, bro, you got to meet somebody, and they put him like, you know, look at him. And I was like, I have things to do, but thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, if you guys were playing football, they would put your jerseys next to each other.
Right there at the end of the game.
And then tell me about what's Shamadone?
Oh, so I get on dudes. So I feel like men's hygiene
Yeah.
just isn't par with women's hygiene.
Right. So you're saying men are not as clean as women.
You ever see like I hope you don't do this. Dudes do use like 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. That's terrible for you.
I know, you're right.
You're gonna get the worst of dandruff, and you're like, why? Because you're sham dishing your scalp. You have to separate your products, man.
You're sham dishing. So that's like an activity. You're sham dishing.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
put
right.
whatever. It's like this dish cleaning liquid that you're putting in your hair. Get shampoo, then you get conditioner. There you go. You don't gotta rush it. What? You don't gotta rush it. Just clean.
That gives me another idea. Let's go back to our sponsor, Liquid Death. If you need to sham dishing yourself on the go and you need a can of water, Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
Real quick, before you go, from Oklahoma City, are you here all the way through the weekend or what?
Yes.
Okay, great. And when are you performing?
Thursday, and then Thursday main room, and then Friday the Yoo-Hoo. Yoo-Hoo? Is it
Yeah,
right?
Yoo-Hoo Room.
Yoo-Hoo. Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. Two
Yeah.
great shows. Two great after parties on Thursday and Friday as well.
Oh, I'll be there.
And then, good.
Drinking
And then,
Liquid Death.
yeah, exactly. Or, I mean, whatever t-shirt you're wearing, you're allowed to drink that. Where can people find you on social media?
Twitter, Stand Up Peta. Instagram, Stand Up Peta, PEDA. TikTok, Sapeta Cheeks. YouTube, Sapeta Cheeks Comedy. Facebook, Sapeta Cheeks Comedy. MySpace, it might be there still. I don't know. But, yeah.
Cepeda, and that's C.
Yes.
Okay, Cepeda, CEPEDA. Cepeda, thanks for chatting.
Nice to
Thanks for chatting. Have a good one. See
Thank
you around
you.
the festival. Before we get into our next guest, want to check in with the chat. Is there anything in the chat, Dom? Okay, well, the chat is silent. Don't be shy to chat. We're gonna, we can include some of your questions if you have any. Also, quick rundown. Obviously we've mentioned Liquid Death, great sponsor of this show and the entire festival, as well as Flappers Comedy Burbank. Visit Burbank, discover Burbank, everything you need to know. Go ahead and check out burbankcomedyfestival.com and flapperscomedy.com. And while you're at it, search for your favorite comedian or host. His name's probably Peter Murphy. All right, on to our next guest. Come on in here, sir. Look at this familiar face. I've seen this gentleman before. Let me see that. Sean, how are you, sir? This is Sean O'Connor.
Good to see you.
Sean, how's your day going so far? And how are you dealing with the heat, huh?
First of all, it's like a meat locker in here. So
No one's ever complimented me so well. Thank you very much.
Good. And it's 110 outside, and
It really is.
well, it's fine. It's a dry heat.
Is it? I don't know. I woke up today and I'm from Florida, famously, and I was like, it kind of feels like Florida. It feels a little feels a little gross and humid.
Yeah. A little sticky, a little close, as they say. Is that a southern expression? A little close out there, the humidity.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, what are you gonna do? Now you're a local.
Yeah, I'm over at Venice Beach.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. You're not that local.
Yeah, no, it's a separate country, separate culture, separate language.
That's true.
Different customs.
Yeah, but you know what? Hey, although coming all the way from Venice, you technically that's that's far enough.
Well, people who've been here a long time don't make that commute.
Yeah.
And, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Coming to the Burbank Comedy Festival, baby. You got to drive.
That's right. Is this your first time?
Yeah, it's my first time doing the event.
Okay,
so I'm
great.
Super excited for it.
Have you been able to check out any of the panels or workshops, or do you have anything circled on your calendar?
No, because it's from here through the rest of the week for me.
Okay, great.
So I'm doing there's an industry panel tomorrow about bookers and such in the afternoon, and then I'm going to slide into probably a couple of shows, take in some other fellow comedians, and then I perform tonight and tomorrow night. So
there's the best advice for industry panels when you're watching. Just like watch intently, take good notes, but also when the panelists leave, follow them out to their car and get in the passenger seat. They like that.
Yeah.
They like initiative. They like, they like comedians, like just getting in their face.
I was thinking, it's interesting you brought that up because I was thinking about a fruit centerpiece, one of those
Edible arrangement.
Yeah, and
Bud.
bringing one of those out. Do they have to, put a seatbelt on it in the car, the whole thing?
Every ex-girlfriend I've ever had has
were
received.
every ex.
Yeah, I know. Has received an edible arrangement, and it took about 3 or 4 before I was like, "This is not the way back in." So I don't even know if that's the way to start. Just from my experience, I recently this summer, not a lot going on before the Burbank Comedy Festival, but internationally, the Olympics have been happening in Paris. Did you have like a favorite event? Did you watch?
I love watching the swimming.
Yeah,
just
of course.
Because the camera, if you've ever been to like a live swimming event,
Okay.
it's the worst thing in the world.
Oh,
they last from like noon to 6 p.m. And if you're there watching your kid or something, they're swimming in heat number 3 and 43.
Oh,
it's the worst. But
yeah,
I didn't realize this was even a thing. Doubles table tennis.
Yeah. That was fun.
I'm like, that's like playing basketball in an elevator. There's not enough.
They're really because the table's so small and there's 2 people there.
Like, did they not have like when it was invented? Was it like we can only afford 1 table? Everybody share.
That's so interesting because doubles tennis, the court is expanded.
Yeah.
And I mean,
maybe like for doubles table, they could like have like flip up.
Yeah. Flip
like
the
a
sides.
restaurant table, like wings.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that'd be great.
GM that. Everybody watching, you're under a friend DA.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't mention anything. But you need a flexible table. And speaking of flexibility, I hear you do a little yoga.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What's that all about?
Yeah, it's something that's like small but huge part of my world. I've been teaching about.
You teach yoga?
Yeah, I teach a little bit.
Okay, you got to do something over in Venice.
Yeah. Well, it comes with me from Seattle, so.
Oh yeah.
But it's good. People are like, oh, when they hear you teach yoga, they're like, oh, I should do yoga. It's one of the only, I don't know, like if you were a bartender, oh, I should drink less or more, or, I'm an accountant, oh, I should do my taxes. Or, oh, I'm a Catholic priest. Like, oh, I should keep my young sons away from you. You get a lot of shoulds.
Yes.
People find out you teach yoga.
Yeah, when you tell someone what your job is, they're reminded of
like it makes them feel bad or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just something I do on the side. It's important, but it's it's a little side.
Also, yoga probably the only. I mean, tell me in your experience, yoga is probably the only sport that you can't really get hurt doing, unless you've seen some gnarly, Bikram injuries.
You can strain whatever.
Okay.
But it's not. I'm usually like similar. It's usually the dudes that are like grunting. Like, dude, if you're grunting, you're trying too hard.
Or you're enjoying it too much.
Well, yeah, it depends on the tone of the grunt.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and also, of course, I'm at the studios where I've taught. I'm known as a funny yoga teacher.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't a very high bar if you come with yoga teachers.
Right. Yeah. Most of them I don't imagine are that funny just because they're,
well, they take themselves pretty seriously.
They take themselves pretty seriously.
I'm hoping tonight after my show, the audience isn't like, hey, how was that show? How was O'Connor? And like, well, he was flexible.
That's it. Well, tell the people where they can see you perform this week.
Tonight, I am at the Lucinet venue.
Great.
At 8:00, and then tomorrow night at Wednesday night 9:30 in the main room on the main stage. So excited for that.
And then for everybody watching, what are your social media handles that
Find me
people
on the
can follow?
gram at the real Sean O'Connor.
The real,
because the fake one got hacked. So the real Sean O'Connor.
Great. Well, Sean.
Easy.
Looking forward to seeing you. Thanks so much for dropping by, man. Yeah, all
See
right. See you again. Dom, how's it going over there? How we looking?
Doing pretty well.
Okay, Dom is our producer in charge here. I don't know if you can hear him, but we're gonna chat with him periodically. Dom, how's the internet looking right now?
The internet is looking. There are actually quite a few viewers.
Oh, okay, great. Anything? Are they saying anything?
Not like it's 3 guys from Siberia, but we don't know.
Sure. So we love Siberia. Get on a plane. That's the safest place to be when there's an earthquake. And I don't know if we're going to get another one this week. So come on down to the Burbank Comedy Festival. I've got another guest on the way. And holy cow, it just got a whole lot prettier in here. Please welcome my next guest, all the way from God knows where, the funny lands, Aaron Alexis. Aaron, how are you? Great to see you. What you got there? You got a little note card. Okay, great.
If you can read it, congratulations.
Do you have terrible penmanship?
I do.
Really?
You know, it's a sign of genius.
Is that true?
Everything I do is a sign of genius.
Oh my God, that's so brilliant, dude. You're like, oh my God, by justifying it, by like, yeah, that's a sign of genius.
I talk to myself. It's a sign of genius.
I'm a bad driver. It's a sign of genius. Your hair is blonde.
It's actually not a sign of genius. I'll know it.
Oh my gosh, a birth of a bit. All right, Aaron Alexis, thanks so much for joining us here today in the green room. So, is this your first Burbank Comedy Festival? You're LA local. Okay, and you've performed at Flappers a few times, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So what do you have circled for the Burbank Comedy Festival this week, other than your shows that we'll talk about briefly?
I'm doing some of the panels.
Oh, cool.
I did one yesterday. I'm doing one tomorrow.
Great.
Gonna check out some shows. I don't have anything specific just yet. But,
Great.
play as it comes.
You were okay. Yeah, play it as it goes. Now
And obviously the after parties.
and yeah, okay, yeah. Exactly. Hang out at the after parties. And real quick, Liquid Death. If you are at an after party, hydrate
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know,
Fun fact about Liquid Death. First time I saw this, I was like, what is this magic drink? And it's water.
It is. Wow. Well, you know what? I would expect nothing less from a gal from Louisville, Kentucky, to not know what water is.
Wow.
But you moved here from New York City,
Yeah.
from Louisville, is that right?
Not direct.
Okay.
No, I moved a lot. So
Okay.
Louisville, Kentucky, North Carolina, Florida, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
I went to high school in Pennsylvania, and then I was like, deuces, never went back.
Oh, okay. And when did you pick up, the stand-up comedy journey?
I was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of, just happened. Well, I was in a play because, actress.
Oh, that's true.
Right. Columbia.
Oh, hey. Columbia, New York. Yeah. Hey, there
Yeah.
you go. You do a lot there.
But yeah, one of the guys in the play with me was like, "You're really funny. You should try stand up." I was like, all right, like, what do I have to do? He was like, "Just come over and then I'll take you to an open mic." And I was like, okay.
Great.
The rest is history.
That's nice. Yeah. Oh, hey, and yeah, everyone's got their little origin story there. Do you still talk to that guy?
Actually, he texts me every year on my birthday.
Oh my God. That is really nice. Do we want that or no? Okay, we love it. Okay. Good.
He's like actually done really well. He writes on he like gets Emmys every year for like writing
Okay.
for one of those, talk shows. I am clearly knowledgeable.
Well, I only say, we don't want everyone to wish us a happy birthday. There's only so much storage in our phones. Do you have a storage issue with your phone?
Turns out I do. I have
Really?
a massive storage.
How massive?
Well, God, this is really taking a turn in my brain.
Okay, yeah, go. Let's go on this ride.
Just have to like clear out a bunch of storage in order to make room for like a software update.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Which means I had to go through a bunch of pictures.
Oh.
Which means I found a lot of dick pics,
Oh.
which we didn't realize were in there.
Oh, wow.
Don't know how long they've been there. Don't know how long I'll keep them.
Ooh, okay. That's oh yeah. It's a shame that's the first thing to go. It wasn't a shame?
It wasn't the first thing to go.
Oh, okay. You've gotten to this point, you're like, all right.
Run to this a little longer. Just in case.
Yeah, because like, what do you start deleting? You're like, all right, this is a baby. You're looking through your phone for photos and videos. All right, this is a baby. They're grown up now. Delete. Right?
What?
What's the first photo if you're deleting photos, what are the first batch of photos you delete? Is it their baby photos, their vacation photos, dick pics, or you don't go straight to the dick pics to delete them?
No.
Right. So what else do we delete? I would delete, baby photos because I'm like, this person grew up, hopefully. I don't know. But then, so How many gigs of dick pics are we talking?
You know, we don't know really.
Good. All right. Hey, all that's important is that you clear that space up for more birthday wishes from Emmy-nominated and Emmy-winning writers.
People. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
you know, and it comes in all shapes and sizes. Do you have to refer to your friends? Do you check in with your friends? Like, should I get rid of this one, or what do you think about this
Oh
one?
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gotta send it out to the crew. Be like, what do we think?
I knew a friend who was in a group chat with just 3 other people, and it was 2 women and 2 men, and they would just send each other like sexy photos so that they could critique them.
Oh, interesting.
It's like, oh, this is good. Oh, you need more downlighting. Oh, you know.
Yeah.
And I could use a friend group like that.
Okay.
One time I
Send it to me if you
sure.
want.
I'll
I'll help you out.
okay, great. I'll send you my drafts. Yeah, there you go.
Great.
Though I don't know if you have enough room for them.
Well, yeah, I'll make sure I make some room.
Okay, perfect. Good. Yeah, then that's great. Well, for this week, what shows are you going to be a part of, and where can people see you perform at Burbank Comedy Festival?
I have my next show Thursday at 5 in the main room. I
Great.
had one last night.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And it went well?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's so exciting. And then you're going to see a bunch of panels, all that stuff. For the people watching, where can they find you on social media and around the internet?
Yeah, I'm Erin Alexis on Instagram. That's typically what I do.
Great. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, Erin, thank you so much for dropping by. Good luck
Thank
with the
you.
storage issue. I
Thank
hope
you.
clear that out. TBD. Yeah. Thanks, Erin. All right. Great. Well, we're rolling right along here. Thanks so much for tuning in. And oh my gosh, a little visit from Barb here. Okay, Barb, are we moving the desk? What would you like to do here?
How are
Barb,
you?
This is Barbara Holiday. Mastermind behind Burbank Comedy Festival and owner of Flappers.
And also camera operator. We're trying to we have on this desk.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm kind of cheating it. Look how short I am, too.
Let's move it.
Oh.
There
Wow.
you go. Yeah. Oh, there's someone
Hurry.
hiding down there.
Can you hear
There's
me?
somebody. Yeah. There's like the
Can
bones.
you keep please?
Well, Barb, since you're here, let's chat with you for a moment. If you,
No way.
yeah, I want to chat with you. Just you're
Me?
running around. You're keeping the door frames in place and keeping the mics hot. And how's this week been for you? We're only on day 4. It's a long festival. How you feeling today? Yeah, a little tired.
Well, I'm okay.
You need another earthquake to wake you up.
You know what's funny
Yeah.
is we were in the main room at Flappers setting up a panel yesterday and the earthquake happened.
Oh,
And then everyone goes, "Did you feel the earthquake?" I'm like, "No." We didn't. And another funny story is
Yeah.
one time, I guess it was about maybe 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I remember my ex-partner Dave was on stage and we had a huge earthquake. Like we all felt it in the club. Like we almost had to evacuate.
Oh my gosh!
And
wow.
that's have you ever been on stage while there was an earthquake performing?
Actually, last Tuesday there was an earthquake, and I was on stage.
And did everyone freak out?
Yes, and I was
Where
like,
were you?
it was this club in Hollywood, and I was like, what? Because I'm pretty still on stage. I'm like, am I nervous? And then everyone was like grabbing their chairs, and I was like, oh my God, we're in an earthquake. And there was literally an earthquake last Tuesday. Living in Southern California, you forget about earthquakes the day after they happen.
Yeah.
But also, structure is intact,
Yeah.
at Flappers here, and nothing even fell off the shelves. Did it?
Right.
Okay,
No,
that's
no.
good.
That's why it was just odd. But even it's weird when you're on stage
Yeah.
because you don't know what to do, right? Like, hey, is everybody freaking out or is everybody
Yeah.
good? Do I continue? Is this funny?
That's so true.
What
That-
did you do? You didn't even address it? You just went on like nothing?
Well, once I realized it, and we had like a moment. I was like, hey, is everyone's chicken fingers okay? Or like, did any glasses break? Like, what did you think was happening? Like, did you think you had an upset stomach? And I was just like messing with this guy. But that's so interesting because sometimes if there's a heckler, we'll have some heckler lines, or if there's someone drops a plate, it's like, all right, well, put that anywhere, or opa or whatever. But what do you say in an earthquake? I don't know.
Cover!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you take the
Get
stool.
down!
Exactly. There's not much to protect you up there. You just take
You
the
know what you
stool. Yeah.
You say this. Liquid Death.
That's it.
If you've been watching our live stream, that was a tribute shout out to Josh. Liquid Death.
Liquid Death. If you're in an earthquake, I mean, you got to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Liquid
You
Death.
can't see me behind the microphone. Is that it?
She's
John
high.
Charles saying. Yeah, I'm talking a little too loud.
Oh,
is what-
well,
did you like how I turned the interview? I started asking you questions.
Well, you know what? I like being asked questions every once in a while. And it's not every time that you get to be on stage during a natural disaster. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
Me coming from Florida, I have never been on stage during a hurricane. Though I imagine there's some Florida comedians that have. And basically, you just duck and cover and hope the lights stay on.
Many disaster stories such as this. In fact, before I even owned Flappers, we used to produce a show at the Toluca Lake Tennis Club.
Okay.
And this was
What kind of disaster could happen at the Toluca Lake Tennis Club? Not enough shrimp cocktail?
No, we
Okay.
had shows and I don't know, Hurricane Katrina happened.
Oh.
And like all these people had died and it was just like, and then we
no.
also, same thing with 9/11. We had a couple shows booked and planned. 9/11 happened.
Oh,
and
no.
we had shows booked on 9/11. And what do? The
Yeah, great
comedians
question.
still actually came out.
Whoa.
And we made a comment on stage that, hey, we know it's been a really tough day, but if there's ever a time we need laughter, it's now.
That's a great point. And there's
Yeah.
always a place for laughter, whether it being, poignant or relaxing or, in the audience's eyes. And, for you, you do so much at this club, you own it and you got your fingerprints on everything. But, what do you think, in the Burbank Comedy Festival here, what could you say to comedians that are watching, not necessarily advice, but like, what are some trends that you see happening on stage, and who are the types of comedians that do well kind of in the moment, and who are you looking forward to at the festival here?
Well, I think I'm going to combine your first question and the second one, which is I am going to give a bit of advice, and that is don't worry about the festival like best of the fest. Sometimes people get caught up in the I've already heard comics around the festival kind of talking about it. And then if they see me or others in the audience, they get kind of nervous.
Right.
Forget all that stuff. Just
Mhm.
forget it. It doesn't matter. You're here. You are already above, 300 other people. We had over
Sure.
600 submissions.
Wow.
So we cut this down, with the help of our good team here, Kyle Kreis, shout out Joshua Snyder, and we weeded through all these videos and, here we are. So you're already some of the best in the country.
Mhm.
So go into the performance with that, and secondly, what am I looking for? That's the question that has been the same answer through the dawn of time. It was just at the agents and managers panel. And that is, it sounds so simple, but we're looking for funny.
Right. Yeah.
But people deny, they think they're being funny when they're not. They're actually being obnoxious and they're being what they think a stand-up comic should be. So it sounds so simple to say we are looking for funny, but we are. Like you really have to get in the zone of not critiquing yourself to the point of, that joke's, I don't do clean material. I don't do dirty. I stay away from this. I stay away from that. Comics get so caught up in like what they should and shouldn't be doing. And really the advice is just be yourself.
Right.
Be you and be the funny you that you are. And I've already seen, I will say this, I won't name names yet.
Okay.
But I have seen some really great comics here at the festival. And I personally have already walked up to a few of them, shook their hands and told them that they had a really good set.
Yeah. And they're setting themselves apart because they're performing with a freedom that they are being themselves.
They're just doing the best they can do.
Yeah.
And we are watching at all the shows. There are industry people in all the shows. We have a nice secret judging ballot this year.
Cool.
I can't tell you about it because it's secret.
It's secret. Just the fact that you know about it, is could ruin everything. Actually.
But there's no papers anymore. I'll put it that way.
Okay, great.
Yes, we basically mentally, telepathically send our votes to. No, I'm kidding.
There's a version of the X-Men that only work here at Flappers. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a sophisticated than
Sure,
that.
of course, of course.
Thanks to all the good team putting everything together here. But
Well,
yeah.
before you give away too many other secrets, I want to tell the people right up there, or ask you, is there a panel or an industry moderated panel or a workshop that you're looking forward to for the rest of the week? And where could you point people to check that out?
Well, tomorrow
Yeah.
I am actually moderating the club owners and bookers panel.
That sounds like a great panel to go to.
Yeah, so we have Richard Barrett from the Comedy and Magic Club.
Mhm.
A lot of comedians want to get into that club,
Sure.
so you actually get to meet him. He's awesome, and take all that fear and angst that you have about approaching a club owner. I'll be there, of
Great.
course, and we take questions from the audience. We also have bookers. So, and you learn the difference between what a club owner and a booker does, and what a booker does at a hotel or
Right.
an independent venue, or, there's a lot of different people on the panel. Great one to go to. I highly recommend it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, certainly there will be a wealth of knowledge on that stage.
Yeah.
Barbara Holiday, thank
I'm
you so much for
going
joining
to
me.
get, I was
Yeah.
literally just helping change the shot
Well,
because
hey,
the desk was moving. Did we do better, Don Charles?
It's actually the desk itself.
So can we move it?
so it's a
There we go.
oh,
Yeah.
keep it moving, huh?
No, not yours.
His back.
Yeah,
Mine
not
back.
you. Yeah, it's a
I blame the earthquake.
thing. But-
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
And then
wait,
you both hang back,
Yeah.
like all together.
Oh,
the
all
same-
together on the same angle.
Yeah. Now we can see like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Okay, and now,
Oh,
without
goody.
further ado, I'll let you continue. By the way, I do
Yes.
have to, before I leave, say kudos to you, Peter Murphy, who came to us years ago. Has it been 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
4 years?
Yeah, about 4.
And boy, did you look like a lost puppy dog.
Thanks.
Look at you. You're sophisticated, you're confident, you're hosting our Uncle Clyde's comedy contest every week.
That's right.
You're coaching new comics, you're running your own shows. I mean, you've really come into your own, and this is what we talk about when we say we're looking for funny and professional.
Well, thank you so
Peter
much.
Murphy right here.
Oh,
That's
Barb,
what we want.
thanks.
We want
I'm-
more. So
That's true. Yes.
So
Any-
whatever you
know.
call Murphys. I don't know.
Yeah, anybody. Well, as long my journey has been in becoming as funny and confident as I am getting better at accepting compliments, and that's something to work on. So thank you so much, Barb. I really
And
appreciate
also,
it.
watched Joe Rogan today. Adam Sandler put out a shout out about flappers.
Yeah, it's between the
Today.
21st and 22nd minute. Joe Rogan and Adam Sandler, they give a shout out to flappers, and they also talk about Leno and Jimmy Brogan, who you can see perform here regularly. Yeah.
Twice a week or so. So
That's it.
thank you, Peter. You're
Barbara,
doing a
thank you
great
so
job.
much. Great. Oh, good. Thanks.
I'll
That-
be back.
That is Barbara Holiday. Make sure to check her out tomorrow, Wednesday, at the Booker and Club Owner panel. That'll be fantastic. It's going to be a wealth of knowledge. We've got another guest right here. Come on in. Holy cow. It's the man who's been behind the computer this whole time.
I've been behind there.
It's Don Charles.
Oh,
Don.
Insane.
You went from behind the camera to in front of the camera. How you feeling right now?
I'm moving up in this world. Honestly,
Okay.
I was like, wow, I'm really elevating. When she was talking about complimenting a comic,
Sure.
that is so true. Like where we all feel, I don't know, it just feels so. Every time we get a compliment, we're always like, yeah, thank you, and then we walk away.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Maybe, yeah. I think sometimes compliments are better received later and personally. You know what I mean? Just like if somebody cuts you in line and you can't think of the right thing to say, and then you think of the perfect comeback later.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like-
driving home and you're like, oh, yeah, I should have said that.
That's how I treat compliments. Also, for anyone watching at home, Liquid Death, of course, got tons of sponsors. But if you're looking at us right now and you're like, wow, this could be the Hispanic Beavis and Butthead live action reboot,
Perfect.
I'm with you. Don Charles, you're biking in LA, is that right? You're an LA native.
No.
Or not a native, you live in LA. Though.
I live in LA, from Texas,
From Texas.
small town in Texas. But you can't bike out there. People would just be like,
But are you biking in LA?
biking in LA.
Okay.
Well, at first I had like this like little Dutch bicycle that was like a commuter thing.
Okay, it's Dutch. It's a Dutch bicycle because the
Yeah.
pedals are wooden.
Yeah,
And,
I'm pedaling with clogs.
You're pedaling with clogs,
Yeah.
and There's it's made out of hemp.
Yes, it's made out of hemp.
Canvas.
And yes, and I get a prostitute.
Hey, yeah, there you go. It's got a red light right on the front there.
Red
for you.
light, yeah.
So wait, you're biking through Los Angeles? That's tough, not easy.
No, well, recently I had to get another bike, so now I have like this like racing kind of like Tour de France looking bike.
Whoa.
I know it's nice.
Okay.
Shout out to Specialized, who's not a sponsor, but they make a great bike.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you're riding this around Los Angeles.
I'm riding around Los Angeles, and it's just, once you know all the bike paths, you're like, oh, now I don't have to. But I still have to get on like some major roads and avenues, and I don't know about the folks at home, but biking in LA is like going through like a war zone a little bit.
Oh, really?
It's just like you're always scared you're gonna die, It's like I would bike for those that don't know, Hollywood to Santa Monica. That's how long I would bike.
That's pretty long.
I know.
That's like, how many miles is that? Like 6, 7 miles?
It's like 10,
10, 12.
12. I mean, yesterday I biked from like Silver Lake to Burbank here.
Whoa, okay.
And I just came here in a sweat, and then everyone's like, do you mind? You're getting sweat all over the microphone. You gross looking man.
Do you mind you're sweating? And also, you stink. That's awesome. Are you wearing?
Stink right now?
No, not right now, but I imagine you did. Are you wearing a helmet?
I wear a helmet, yeah.
Okay, you do.
You can't. I mean, like,
you gotta wear a helmet.
I want to not wear a helmet and look cool.
Sure.
Like those motorcyclists that just go look at it.
Right. When I first started learning how to ride a bicycle, I was late coming to the game. I'm gonna be honest. I was 12 years old before I learned how to ride a bicycle.
12?
12 years old when I learned how to ride a bike. And I was picking up the bike, learning how to ride it or whatever. And then I thought, okay, I gotta get a helmet. And my grandfather, I was raised by my grandparents, my mom. My grandfather goes, what do you need a helmet for? Are you going off jumps? And I was like, what? I was like not even thinking that ambitiously. And I was just like, no, I just, I wanted something to put stickers on and protect my head.
Yeah. I don't want an aneurysm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, not an aneurysm. What is it? Head trauma?
Head trauma, aneurysm. I don't know. I think you can get an aneurysm anywhere.
Yeah, I think you could be anywhere and get a
aneurysm. Hey, listen, if you don't want an aneurysm, you're going to want to be drinking liquid death no matter what.
Exactly.
You know what? Something that, I feel... How we just moved this desk and we're looking better now.
We're now symmetrical.
You are okay, great.
Even though it doesn't look symmetrical from where we're sitting, it's now symmetrical.
Okay. Hey, I believe you. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I was here for the dress rehearsal. I'm not moving. I don't want to take a union job. I'm not moving the desk around, but I had some notes. And I'm only bringing up the desk again because you are accustomed to working and sitting at a desk. Didn't you work at a hostel desk?
Whoa, where'd you get that from, dude?
A little already told me.
Wow, that's insane. Yes, I worked at a front desk in a hostel in Santa Monica.
Oh, cool.
Have you heard of Hostel International? Not a sponsor, but Hostel International.
Exactly.
What a great.
They sound great.
They're all
Eli
over.
Roth has given them a lot of tough times in the last couple of years.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, since that movie Hostel came out.
Oh, yeah.
Horror movie.
Hostel. Yeah. Hostel.
Oh, and how is this spelled?
This is a hostel.
Have you seen that? You haven't seen that movie?
No, I've not seen it.
It's a horror movie about staying at a hostel.
Oh, is it?
Yes. You're thinking like Hostile Takeover.
Like Hostile?
No. So tell me this: you used to work, or you do work at a hostel?
I work at a hostel
at
the front desk. I've been working there for about a month. But the way I got the gig was I volunteer for their comedy show on Tuesdays.
Oh, great! Is that comedy in English?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And
I wasn't guessing. I was like, I've heard of that show.
Is it comedy in Spanish?
We are Beavis and Butthead, but brown skinned.
We.
Okay, so you do that show.
I do that. Well, the thing is, only in the last month and a half, I've been getting time on it, and I realized like how brutal sometimes, because you're up there and you're like, American references, am I right? And then they're like, I don't get it.
Oh, that's so fascinating.
What is this Walmart you speak of? Whatever.
So sometimes the names of comedy shows are the genre, or it's like, hey, we're all from Florida, or we're all from Texas, or we're all international. And sometimes they just mean nothing.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're like undiscovered genius, so like these are people you might not know about. Or
Collab.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes they're like, circus comedy. It's like, oh, you're gonna have clowns there, or like juggling. It's like, no, that's just what we're calling it.
It's just punk comedy.
This is essential. Exactly. This is essential. You must know that this is comedy in English.
Yeah.
But you still get some, foreigners come in and they don't understand English. They're just looking for something free to do.
Well, that too, yeah. So we'll be at this table, like trying to enlist people, the hostel people that stay there, just walking by and be like, "Hey, are you interested in comedy tonight? It's in English." And then I'll be like, I don't really have good English skills, but yeah, sure. I don't know who this is. I'm like, I'll come to the show, and then they come to the show and they sit front in the front row. And I'm like up there telling my bit about, man, Silver Lake's crazy. Man, like East LA, what's up with that? And they stare at me like,
yeah.
And then I'm like, and then I get off, and then the show ends. They come up to me and go, like, you were really good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You didn't. You
could have told me in the moment by laughing.
No, sometimes what they'll do is they'll go, that was really good.
Oh, God.
And they'll go like, that was a good joke.
They'll say that out loud?
Yeah, they'll be like, that was really good. And it's just like, and you just start sweating. You're like, am I bombing? Like,
jeez. Well, you certainly will not be bombing this week. Tell people where they can see you perform during the Burbank Comedy Festival.
This Saturday, 5 p.m. in the Yoo-Hoo Room.
Saturday, 5 p.m. Yoo-Hoo Room.
Whoa.
Great space. That show will definitely sell out. Make sure you get your tickets early. And then if people are curious, where can they find you online?
Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know why I had to whisper. You heard of this little platform? Instagram at DNCHRLS_. It's Don Charles without the vowels.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, were the vowels too expensive?
Yeah, it costs a letter on Instagram to make the username.
Don Charles, thanks so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And he's going, yeah.
I'm going. Wait, no, finish your sentence.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you're going back to behind the camera,
I'm going behind the camera.
There you go.
But thank you.
But with a face to the front of the camera, Don Charles, thank you so much. All right, man, this time is flying by. It's 5:48, and just really quick, we're at Burbank Comedy. We're at the Burbank Comedy Festival. This is a Green Room live stream. Checking in for station identification. BurbankComedyFestival.com. Flappers Comedy. We had a quick visit from Barb Holiday. Don's behind the camera here. I'm Peter Murphy. You can find me tomorrow at the 10 a.m. MC workshop. Breakfast will not be served, so come having had breakfast. And then I'll be back here Thursday, same time, same place. We're going to go all the way up until 6 o'clock today. Also, another shout out to Liquid Death. Stay hydrated for the festival. This next comedian, come on in. He is a Flappers favorite. And Paul, before I get to you, I want to hear if there's anything happening on the chat.
Yes, Jay Burns.
Jay Burns, what's Jay?
Hey guys, nice banter, laughy face. Will there be any live stand-up being shown later here? Thanks.
Great. Will there be any live stand-up on this stream? Paul, take it away.
Oh my. Okay, we'll do the whole thing. Well, what? Like I forgot my entire act. Like we can do some mime work, something like that.
You looked smarter before you started talking, Paul. All right. Well, I encourage the chat to continue to please give us some questions. Unfortunately, this will just be a little bit behind the scenes of the comedians. But if you want to catch a show, go ahead and check out BurbankComedyFestival.com. You can get tickets. Come in live. It's a great experience. And the festival's happening the rest of this week. It's a great time. Great time to be in Burbank. Great time to be here at Flappers. But I'm here with Paul Ayers. Paul, you're a Flappers favorite. I have seen you perform here a number of times. How's it going today? And what's it like being part of the Burbank Comedy Festival?
This is a blast. Like it's even outside the Burbank Comedy Festival, I'm just here to talk to you. I just heard you be in a room for an hour. Like that's all. That's my whole dream.
Yeah, they chained me to this desk here. Also underneath, I see the bones of Paul Moomchi. So it's not what you're promising. If someone's got a key, please get back in here. But Paul, you're obviously from your accent, people can tell you're from the South, from Alabama, right? And like I have a pride about my home state. We got Publix there. Do you guys do you have any like regional like not restaurants but like grocery stores and stuff like that?
We do. Like, there's one called the Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly
It
Wiggly.
was the only place that would hire me in high school.
No kidding.
Yeah, like it's like the town I came from. Like, there's a huge meth problem, but the thing was, I was going up against meth heads for jobs.
For jobs.
And like, I could never get a job at Waffle House or anything else. But Piggly Wiggly was sweet enough to hire me all through high school.
And so wait, Paul, make sure you're talking to the mic there. Yeah, no, that's fine. What do you remember your interview?
The interview was I had a friend who worked at Piggly Wiggly, found out someone quit that night, and I came in that night. And the interview process for bagging groceries is not that intense.
Not great. Like, do you have? Is this your first or second set of teeth, and do you have all of them? I imagine.
T-shirt that said "I'm big on the pig." I asked, like, the value thing was the pig power card.
Oh.
Yeah, and like on Easter, they had me dress up in a giant Porky Pig outfit and hand out like little chocolates and stuff to the kids.
That's nice.
See, I'm a giver. I give. Thanks.
You're a giver. You're a nice guy, dude. Paul. And you know what? All the way from Alabama, you got that, Southern hospitality, but you've acclimated to Los Angeles pretty well. You're performing here regularly, and you stay active. Do you do any sports or anything like that?
I am possibly the worst pickleball player you've ever seen. Like,
okay.
People begrudgingly call me Paul. And,
okay. As an insult?
Yeah. Well, it's all insults. Like, I got beat by a 7-year-old Korean woman last week. And
7?
70.
70?
Like, yes. They're incredible. I didn't stand a chance. I've got these weak little bird bones, and they're just talking trash and stuff. They don't even want to play with me.
Well, dude, I don't know what to say about that. I haven't gotten into the pickleball yet.
Oh, come on.
But what got you into it?
It's like, I need some way to get out of the house. I need something. Most of my day is spent with a cat. So, like, if I don't, like, pickleball is my only, that and this is my only, time with the outside world.
That's true. I need something non-contact. I might get into pickleball because, like, I like to play basketball, but I a lot of the guys that I play basketball with are trying to prove something. They're real elbowy, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to get a black eye and embarrassed in front of the middle schoolers. I just came out here to break a sweat in the park. But speaking of breaking a sweat, you're going to be on stage. You're going to be hosting a couple shows. Well, at least one show in the Yoo-Hoo Room. Well, tell the people where they can see you at the Burbank Comedy Festival.
I'll be hosting Friday night in the Yoo-Hoo Room. I believe there's a 6:00 show, 8:00 show, and you just come on out and you'll get more of this. So be ready for that. Be prepared.
The only thing better than Paul Ayers is more Paul Ayers, and Friday night is the night. And if you want even more, Paul, tell people where they can find you online.
Online, you can find me at Paul and Bowie. That's just pictures of me and my cat. And maybe later you will find me, posting stories of me drinking liquid death.
That's right, yeah.
Big fan of the Paul and Bowie Instagram and of the Burbank Comedy Festival here at Flappers.
That's it, Paul. Thanks so much for joining me here, man. Take it easy. Paul Ayers, what a guest, what a guy, what a host. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I've got my next guest queued up, and a familiar face on this stream. Come on in here, Sally.
Product placement.
I mean, more product placement. Liquid Death. If you don't like it, you're a ghost. You're a skeleton. Sally, now. Oh yeah. What else do we have in the bag there? We haven't been able to go. We haven't been able to. Yeah.
A poster for keepsake of the wonderful Flappers.
Beautiful.
We got.
Ooh, Famous Amos. Let me see those, actually. Famous Amos cookies.
Didn't you?
I did, yeah. But,
I'm just making sure I do my job. That's my job.
Sally, you helped pack these, is that right?
I did. Oh, yes.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. You have postcards.
Okay, great.
I love this image. Isn't it great on the T-shirt and everything? Like the black and the gold.
That's pretty sweet.
They got it right.
Are these
Those are
postcards you can send?
Yeah, they have a little QR code that you can see the full schedule.
And if you send this through, that's right. If you send this through, the UPS, it'll get to its destination by the 2025 Burbank Comedy Festival. So you can always plan ahead. Also, Famous Amos cookies.
UPS. Is it United States Postal Service or United Parcel Service? because they're not parcel service. Might not like that you're equating them with the U.S. Postal Service.
You're telling me that's what we're voting for in November, folks. Also, Famous Amos, you mentioned them, but the favorite cookie of comedians
They're not
here.
really sponsors.
Oh,
So
okay.
we just bought them because we thought you'd like them. It's
Nice.
favorite snack here.
This is a good snack of comedians and also middle schoolers that love getting stuff stuck in their teeth and their braces. Also good. Perfect. What else do we have in the bag?
Kind of tasty.
That's it.
So we have a consultation and exam and adjustment from Joint Chiropractic.
Oh,
Look at that, $29.
A little adjustment.
Yeah,
To make
when we
sure.
were bags. Yeah. So Haley, our volunteer, she was on earlier. If you want to see Haley's interview, she was on Saturday. But she went around and she handed out like 150 bags and she got them to donate.
That's amazing. The
Isn't
Joint
that nice?
Chiropractic stand-up
she-
comedians can always stand up a little
And she
taller.
also got a Fit Equity, a
Oh.
guest pass. So it's all
Whoa.
about here at Flappers. We
Yeah.
want you to be healthy so your career's nice and long.
Fit Equity. Oh, the little guest pass. This is in North Hollywood Way in Burbank. Fantastic.
4 tickets that you can give to your friends and then they can email us and then I can spend all day putting them into shows, which I don't mind.
Right. Yeah,
I am
sure.
not- I like to put people into shows.
You are good at your
I
job, Sal.
try
Everyone will tell
very
you that.
hard to make sure we have people at the shows. Look at that joke book.
Oh, you need a little bit of this. Yeah.
Joke book. There's a lot of stuff in this. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Some Welch's Fruit Snacks. Let me tell you this.
Yes.
We are in Burbank in the shadow of obviously Warner Brothers and Universal and all the films that are made here. No, this is real. No set that I've ever been on has been good unless they've had Welch's Fruit Snacks. Like, if you don't have these fruit snacks, it is literally bad luck. It is like wearing a white dress to your friend's wedding.
Oh, right.
It is like bad luck.
And so when I get home, I'm here long hours, and then when I get home, my son's there, you know, with things, and I throw one at him, and then he forgives me.
Yeah, and
All is forgiven. Look at this.
what you got? What you got
Cookie
here?
Dough
Ooh,
Dreams.
Cookie Dough Dreams, right next door to Flappers
Yeah.
here. If you love cookie dough, you know why not have some more of it?
doesn't?
It's
Who
it's a
doesn't?
whole store just cookie
Who
dough.
does- Oh, this one's a big deal.
Oh, okay. what do we have?
Now they are a sponsor, so they're where one of our after parties is going to be.
Ooh, okay,
And
nice.
the tacos are amazing. They're so good. They're new right here in Burbank. Where
It's called
Rutgers used to be.
Calaveras.
Calaveras, and that's literally $10 off your bill.
Whoa.
That's not 10% off. That's $10 off your bill. So they're
Yeah.
very generous.
Ooh,
It's all
look
about
at some
health.
vitamin C. Or what are you saying that comedians are traditionally unhealthy people?
Just saying, keep healthy so you can make your shows.
Here you
Yeah,
go.
but
Oh,
I
and then
love
like a little
snacking.
chewy bar here. Look at
Yeah.
this. My gosh. Real quick, this is
Write
all the
things
incentive
down.
to apply for next year's Burbank Comedy
Yeah,
Festival.
'cause you can stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And if you've never done comedy, if you start now, you might be pretty good by next year. And if you've been doing comedy, you know, why not
Well, you
visit
can
us
take
here?
classes here.
And that's
And then
right.
come to the next yeah. you can
That's
take
it.
classes here.
Especially if you're in the Burbank area.
Peter
Uh,
Murphy's an instructor.
that's
You
true.
do classes with Peter Murphy and be here next year. And
I- you could be sitting in this seat, maybe with Sally. I don't know. It's a big seat.
it is. Here.
And then you've got another liquid
If you-
death.
yeah,
You're
so
the
it
most
comes in your
hydrated
goodie
person.
bag.
Oh,
Yeah, it
perfect.
came in the goodie bag. This
This
is
is fantastic.
mine. So this is
Ooh.
the Grim Leafer.
Ooh,
Yeah,
is that? Oh,
yeah.
that's the flavor.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're happy. Thank you for all our sponsors
Gosh, they're
and
amazing.
everybody. Yeah, isn't
You-
that a great goodie?
I was just talking to Paul. We were talking about Piggly Wiggly, and I understand you have a relationship with Piggly Wiggly.
I
as
do.
well.
Yeah. So Paul, I love talking to Paul because he's from Alabama, and I have family in Tennessee, and I was
Okay.
born in Memphis, and so I have family in Alabama, and he knows my barbecue cousin Chris Lilly. So anyway, the Piggly Wiggly
What's
story.
a barbecue cousin? Hold on.
He is my cousin Chris Lilly.
Yeah.
Has won the 5-time grand champion of Memphis, the Memphis barbecue. Go on the Food Channel.
Yeah.
He is the barbecue king. He's with Big Bob Gibson.
Oh my
there you
gosh.
go, buddy. I gave you a big shout out.
Here you
Yeah,
go, Bob.
But he really is like, he's serious. Yeah, he's
I-
a serious barbecue guy.
Wow, yeah, and like
All
lucky
the
to have.
barbecue They're watching, going,
Yeah.
I know. Oh, wow. And so now I'm really important.
You got to have a barbecue relative. So this is your barbecue cousin, and then
He is. So anyway, my grandmother was the best. And anyway, when she got too old, she died when she was 89, and she was like 86, and we're trying to get her off of driving. So my uncle sent his insurance guy to say, you can't drive anymore. Oh. And when he came back, he said, did you talk to her? And he said, well, yeah, but we made a different policy. She can go to the drive to the hairdressers and the Piggly Wiggly. And that's where she can drive. And as long as she just drives to the hairdresser and the Piggly Wiggly. I love that story.
That's incredible.
I don't know how you do that, but she sweet talked him into being insured for 2 locations.
Wow. Well, and you know what? She was burning donuts in every one of those parking lots. That's for sure. She's like, I'm covered. Get out of the way. Shopping carts smashing.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, doing a street takeover in the Piggly Wiggly. I love it. Well, Sally, where can people see you for the rest of this festival? And is there something you're looking forward to?
Oh, I do have a show. I have a show on Friday at Lucenette at 8 o'clock. The Lucenette shows are amazing, so make sure you head over there. And then also too, I'm here all week in the office, in the shop, in the comedy shop. You need anything, have any issues with your talent profile, whatever, I'm here to answer those questions.
Great.
So that is me.
And then I know you have an Instagram account. Where can people find you on social media?
So I try to keep things really simple because for people like me who have to, put people in lineups and everything, it's good to have your name and your stage name and your email name and your handle.
Keep it
simple.
cohesive. Keep it simple. If for no one else, keep it simple for Sally.
But yeah, so I'm a comic too. So Sally Hollada, and that's how you can find me on all of the things.
And that's HALLADA, Sally
right.
Hollada.
Like Barbara Holiday,
That's
which
right.
we love that about each other. We have close names.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
She's Day, and I'm Sally Holiday.
Well, we celebrate every holiday and a holiday here at Flappers.
Yes, we
and
do.
that, I think, brings us to the end of our live stream. It's 6:03. We gave you a little bonus live stream. Make sure to come down to Flappers for the Burbank Comedy Festival. My name's Peter Murphy. This is Sally. We've had a ton of great guests. Thank you, Don Charles, behind the camera and in front. And thanks, Barb, for dropping in. Please drop in to the Burbank Comedy Festival this week. Take care. Have a good night.